Hello students, today we're going to look at the solution to number 8. It's a long answer question part of your chapter 3 sample quiz in book 2 of your ma1026 booklets. Now in this particular question they're asking us to perform the indicated operation and simplify. Now the indicated operation is adding. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at is when you add two fractions, what is it you need to find? And of course we all know that is a common denominator. So we're looking for the LCD, the lowest or least common denominator. What is that? So look at each denominator, see if it's factorable first. I can see this one's not factorable, just the number 2, and the second one has a binomial factor of x minus 2, and that's not that's as simplified as far as it can be. So we have no simplifying to do or factoring. So therefore the LCD is multiply those two, just 2 times x minus 2. So my objective now is to make each denominator x minus 2. So I'll rewrite these, leaving a little space in between. And remember what we want to do now. We want to make each of the denominators 2 outside of x minus 2. Okay, so how do I make both of these fractions 2 outside of x minus 2? So in other words, how do I turn the 2 into 2 outside of x minus 2? Well, you can probably see how to do that. We're going to have to multiply it by x minus 2. And of course, if I multiply any denominator by a number, I must multiply the numerator by the same factor or number. In this case, x minus 2. Because really, remember now what x minus 2 over x minus 2 is. That's simply 1, isn't it? If you cancel it. So multiplying something by 1 doesn't change its value. It just makes it, all we're doing is some cosmetic work. We're making it look different, right? So that's all we're doing. Now the numerator is what? So the numerator will be a binomial x plus 3 times another binomial x minus 2. Alright, now go to the next one. What do I multiply this one by to make this? So in other words, what do I multiply that by to get that? Alright, and I can see I need to multiply it by 2. So if I multiply the bottom one by 2, I must multiply the top by 2. And of course that will be just simply 5 times 2 in the numerator here. So now simplify each numerator. Alright, this numerator I'll do over here, x plus 3 times x minus 2. So go to the side and do any multiplying that requires more than one step so you can simplify it. So I'll go to the side of my page here and do that. Now this is the FOIL method, or extended distributive property, whatever you want to call it. X times x is x squared, and x times minus 2 is minus 2x. That's the outside. Inside will give me 3 times x, or 3x, and 3 times minus 2, which is minus 6. Right? So and we can add these two like terms together in the middle to give us x squared plus x subtract 6. Right? Now how do I put that back in over here? So now I can write it over one denominator, right? Since my denominator is common, now I can just say it once. And so the numerator on this side is x squared plus x minus 6. Now the numerator on the other side will be 5 times 2 is 10. And the only thing I can see left to do is to add these two numbers, negative 6 plus 10. So it looks like my final answer will be x squared plus x plus 4 all over 2 outside of x minus 2. Now, if you could, you would factor this and see if you can cancel anything now that you have them added. But no, that does not factor. There's no way to multiply to give you positive 4 and add to give you positive 1. So this is done. Now I like to put the restriction in when I'm finished. What will make the denominator 0? So x cannot equal positive 2. That will make the denominator 0. So I would call that a complete solution now to number 8. Okay, that's it for now.